Let's bring in our own legal eagle, if you don't mind me calling her that. Her name is Shannon Bream, and she's on the right-hand side of the screen. All right, Shannon, in your judgment, right now, does Gaetz get confirmed?
He's got an uphill battle when you have members of your own party saying, ooh, I got to think about this, or that's a shock, or you did have Lindsey Graham, though, saying today, I voted for a lot of people I didn't like. So that leaves a lot of room open for where his vote may go. But listen, it's a tough vetting process to get through judiciary and get to the floor. And, you know, my first thought was yesterday when this was floated or announced by President-elect Trump, I thought, okay, he is putting Matt Gaetz out there, knowing he's got a really difficult road forward. Maybe he's got a different AG pick, and he says, okay, you were shocked by the Matt Gaetz pick. That didn't work. Here's who I'm really picking. Maybe somebody that would have been a little bit shocking had it been the first person he picked, but seems more palatable to Capitol Hill if Gaetz doesn't get through. But there are a lot of steps, and it's sparking this talk, too, from President-elect Trump. As you know, he asked all of the GOP Senate majority candidates to commit to this idea of recess appointments, and maybe that's exactly what he has in mind for Matt Gaetz.
Gaetz, if he becomes Attorney General, the belief is that he would go after the Justice Department. Wouldn't that be a form of retribution?
Yeah, that's exactly what President Trump's critics have said. They're worried about him going after enemies and using lawfare and doing the things he says have been done against him. And they see Matt Gaetz very much as the face of somebody who would do that. Now, the president has said, President-elect has said, success is going to be my revenge. I want everybody to do well. I want us to move forward. But he also has had very specific language about the DOJ, about the mistreatment he believes he's been subject to for years. And he wants somebody to clean out the DOJ. And so I think dropping the name Matt Gaetz yesterday sent shockwaves through the Justice Department and beyond here in D.C.
Well, it sure did. The ripple effect was extra. There was a tsunami of reaction to that. Next one, Shannon. Special counsel Jack Smith, he's asked an appeals court to halt his appeal against Donald Trump for the alleged mishandling of classified documents. Look, it's very complicated, but it seems to me that the lawfare against Trump is just falling apart completely. Is it?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think these federal cases, Jack Smith knows that they're sort of on a dead end at this point. So while yesterday, that Mar-a-Lago documents case, which is on appeal to the 11th Circuit, just that one step below the Supreme Court, while he didn't say we're ready to throw out the case, he did say let's put this case on hold. It's pretty much the same thing he's done with the D.C. case, the January 6th federal case. And so it's very much a signaling that this is kind of the beginning of the end for those federal cases. They'll be winding down.
The last one for you, Shannon. The Republicans hold the House. That's the news. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says it's his fault. He takes responsibility. So, Shannon, what happens now?
Well, the Republicans have probably a very tiny majority, which has been, you know, like herding cats, we say on Capitol Hill. It comes with its own headaches, but Republicans are relieved to be in charge, even if they know it's going to be a tight minority or majority. And of course, President Trump has selected some people he thinks are very talented, pulling them out of the House GOP. Those special elections will have to happen. So it gives an even tighter margin for Speaker Johnson, who's going to continue in that role. But interesting that, you know, the top Democrat in the House, Congressman Jeffries, is saying, yeah, I own this, and we've got some soul searching to do. We'll have one of those Democrats on Fox News Sunday this weekend. James Clyburn is going to join us to talk about where they go from here on that post-election autopsy.
And that's a good get. Shannon Bream, thanks very much for joining us, Shannon. We will see you again soon. That's